Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning back into small town Johnstown. I'm your host, Nick, with my co-host,
Jenny.
And we're having a little blast from the past where we're kicking it back to our old ways or earlier episodes where it's just me and her talking about an experience we had here in our small town of Johnstown. Mm-hmm. And this time it's going to be a cute little festival that we think should continue growing. It's only in its second annual event. Mm-hmm. Last year was the first one that she sadly did not experience yet, but
I was out of town.
She was out of town, but I did, and that is Squonkapalooza.
Squonk.
And it's an interesting, it's a cryptid festival where people got to dress up as their favorite cryptids or other mystical creatures and walk around in Central Park, Johnstown, with way more vendors than last year. Mm-hmm. There's cool shirts, cool merch, cool
mugs, earrings, plushies.
Yeah, there was
all kinds of stuff.
There was even a squonk mascot. Now, I'm sure we're going to post what squonk looks like, the squonk, but it's, think of a pig. Think of Charlotte's Web, think of Wilbur, that little cute little pig.
But more wrinkly and more ugly and more tears.
More tears, and definitely not pink. He's more of a tannish color, and
he could be pink. Have you seen him?
I saw the mascot, and I was tan. I think the mascot will somewhat show what it looks like. So on Squonkapalooza.com's website, this is what the squonk is. About the squonk. Pennsylvania's most famous folklore creature is the squonk. First featured in the book Fearsome Creatures of the Lumberwoods. The squonk is said to live in the hemlock forest in Pennsylvania. According to the legend, the squonk always cries because it is so hideous.
So hideous.
Searching for the squonk is no easy task, but if you find yourself in the forest on a moonlit night, you might just spot one. Follow the putted path and listen carefully for sovereign sounds of a sorrow squonk. We celebrate the saddest creature in the world. We want to turn those frowns upside down. Spreading love of the squonk might cheer them up. So them, which means there are multiple squonks. If you want one as a pet, you gotta go look for them and find one. I want to see if you can find one that has one as a pet. Mm-hmm. I want to be the squonk.
Who needs another cat or dog when you can get a pet squonk?
I know. I mean, that one store we saw recently walking around downtown had a pet pat, so people getting real crazy with these pets. But what would you rate your experience for Squonkapalooza?
What I would rate it? Mm-hmm. An 8 or 9. I wouldn't give it a 10.
An 8 or 9?
I wouldn't. I liked it. I can't speak for the whole event because we didn't get to go to anything that was going on at the State Theater on Main Street. We could just kind of saw the vendors, so we didn't get to see too much of the event part as much as like the vendor and like the craft part.
Yeah, I'll rate it somewhere between a 7 and an 8. It's definitely different. A lot of different characters. A lot of people dressed up. It was not a typical festival thing like a Christmas festival. It's just parents with their kids, or even Thanksgiving. Maybe you see people dressed up as pilgrims. I don't know if there is a Thanksgiving festival, but fall festival.
Well, Ethnic Fest is coming up, I think.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah.
But it's definitely it's cool to see people who maybe are different.
It's a very different event.
Different environment.
I think you should give it a higher score because this is an event that isn't centered around alcohol.
It is. Actually, no. Okay, just for that alone, 9.
Because, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because it had ice cream. It had cool little plushies. It's like a Pennsylvania thing that we recently learned.
Yeah, it's not a random thing. It's like a local little mythical creature. It's not some random.
Yeah, or something that everybody celebrates. I like that. It's
yeah,
really cool.
Yeah.
And you get a different crowd of people that you might not see typically at events. So
a bunch of nerds who love mythical creatures and dress up and cosplay. I love that stuff.
Yeah, I like it too. Especially like when you do cosplay. And
when's the last time I did that? Halloween every day. That's why it's so fun.
Yeah, I mean, it pretty much is. Which I don't understand. I feel like it should be closer to Halloween. I wonder why they do it so early. This was like an August 5th type event.
It's the pre-season, man.
It's the pre-season.
After Independence Day, it's all about the spookies.
I thought it was 4th of July. Yeah, so Independence Day, after Independence Day, pretty much just pre-season Halloween. then it's Halloween, then it's pre-season Thanksgiving, and then it's Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving is also kind of pre-season of Christmas.
It's literally like summer, woo, and then it's school, sad, and then it's hunting season, and it's also football season, like football.
I don't think of
football every day.
That's still like, I just don't think of hunting season. Like, I forget how big it is here, because it's like okay, it's summer, baseball, fireworks and sprinkles and sparklers, yeah. And then it's Halloween and August and school.
No,
and then it's football.
It's back to school. It's fair season, hunting season, food season.
I'm still getting used to that hunting season part. I've lived here for 3 years. I just don't think hunting at all. I forget that hunting is a season.
It really is.
You know what hunting season says to me? It's deer and car season, because they're gonna be running in the streets.
Yeah, that is the downside of that.
Yeah,
you don't like hitting the deers.
It's deer car season. It's insurance season.
Sure.
It's insurance season. So back to the topic at hand. It's definitely a festival that I want to see continue for just how different it is and how cool it is. And if you guys want to listen to some great cryptic podcasters, there's even a show coming out on YouTube by Factor about this type of stuff, where they go to the forest and they try and capture
investigate
these,
cryptids,
try and capture these creatures. Sometimes they might, sometimes they not. I don't know. It's yet to be released. I couldn't tell you. I've yet to see an episode.
It's in the works.
Some podcasts are Cryptics of the Corn and
Eerie Travels,
which are very nice people that spoke to us, even gave us some advice about podcasting, because some of them do it full time, and it's something that we definitely aim to do. And it was
We're
really
definitely
cool.
not doing this full time, and we definitely have a lot to learn.
Yeah, we still have a lot.
And a lot of money to invest.
And a lot of money to invest. But right now, that investment's going into a house.
We're buying a house.
But that's another episode for another day. Great realtor, great people helped us out get this house. Shout out Brooks.
Shout out Brooks.
We'll talk about that in another episode. But back to this. Yes, great people that were there. Definitely a friendly crowd. Yeah,
and lots of artists. Artists and nerds are like my people. So
they even had a couple ice cream trucks there that were different flavors. I got an ice cream that was lemon elderflower. Elderflower. It sounds like something you hear in The Witcher. Or
I was gonna say sounds more like The Witcher. Yeah.
Witcher or Lord of the Rings or Elden Ring and elderflower.
And then I just got Cookie Monster because I'm a child.
Yeah, you and your Cookie Monster. You are a child.
Yeah. It's good though. It was fire.
It was good ice cream. Sadly, I didn't finish it, but
Good Times Ice Cream Truck.
Good Times Ice Cream.
Follow them around.
They are playing E.T. at the IMAX theater. If we want to check out E.T.
Yeah. That's the thing. They had a bunch of speakers in different events, but when we walked around, E.T. was playing, which I haven't seen, but.
I want to let the comments handle that.
But I wanted to walk around and
see.
see.
The comments handle that.
I wanted to walk around and see the vendors. I didn't want to watch ET because we knew we had a limited amount of time, so we wanted to try to experience as much of it in the time that we had.
Like, I get maybe because they can only block the street for so long, but I feel like if that's the case, then make it later. Make it some like cool night things.
I'm surprised they didn't have it all weekend because there were people that came from out of state to this. So I wish they had a whole weekend thing and not just one day.
Because they have to have a day to go back.
Yeah. You can drive back Sunday.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But I definitely feel like they should have done it like at nighttime. Cause some things at night. Cause I feel like that would have been cool, like a little squonk hunt or something.
Squonk hunt. They should do that. That'd be so fun. We should go squonk hunting. I think.
And the guys that we talked to said that they went where the squonk's supposed to be before they came here, so it's definitely close by. I'm down to go squonk hunt.
Yeah. Why else would they have Squonkapalooza in Johnstown?
Squonk hunt.
Squonk hunt.
Definitely something we might check out. But like I said, I think they had a mascot. I think they should do it somewhat at night because it is that type of kind of event. It'd be kind of cool. Have some fire thing, and just have the mascot run and hide and have little kids chase the squonk.
That would be fun.
Safely with parents and stuff around.
They did have the kids
designated area.
They did have the kids hula hooping with the squonk though.
They did have kids hula hooping with the squonk, and that person was struggling. But again, it was hot. So.
It was very hot. I would not want to be the one in the squonk costume.
Couldn't pay me enough. But it's cool to see that Squonkapalooza let some small town vendors really come and and take part in the Squonkapalooza, unlike Thunder in the Valley, where they brought vendors in.
Yeah, they like outsourced. I mean, there was definitely, like I said, out-of-state people that came in, but I'm sure there were still local people, like even, the non-squonk things. Like there was someone selling plants that I assumed was more local.
Yeah, but at least they didn't like kind of tell the local vendors to
close up shop,
kick some rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know the Sweet Spot took part, and they were hiring they got a lot of live talent and artists to draw people.
Yeah, he had people perform outside just for
Squonkapalooza, which was really cool. I know Roots were taking part of it with what they did, and they put Squonkapalooza and their stuff in there.
And Classic Elements had a squonk drink too.
Yeah. I like these smaller businesses around the area were allowed to be involved, and we're allowed to like do something, really get people hyped for Squonk. I'm hyped for Squonk.
I'm hyped for Squonk.
Round 3 next year, so.
I'm excited.
You're excited.
Hopefully it's even bigger.
Hopefully it is even bigger. I did go to the event last year and was not as big as the event this year.
So it's growing,
it's growing. I do like that there's a lot of, one thing I liked since moving here, and I could be mistaken because maybe I just didn't look at it in the other areas, possibly in Philadelphia, there's definitely a lot of them there, but I like there's a lot of festivals here, and a lot of festivals are growing. Sadly, it's during NFL season on the weekend, so it's hit or miss for me, but...
Oh, that sucks. You're going anyway.
That's why there's phones nowadays.
Oh, okay.
TV. Anyway, festivals are really growing, and it's becoming a really cool thing, and I like it's something to do that doesn't involve going to a bar.
That's
it's something for
number one.
All ages.
So a festival or event that's not centered around drinking is a big plus
it's
for
us. It's a huge plus. I'm sorry. I know I sound like a stuck-up, straight-edge person, but I mean, I think there should be drinking allowed, but it's just tired when that's all there is.
Yeah.
And it's just like, give people more options to do. That's another rant for another day. Another festival that we're looking forward to, and you will actually be able to see some of Jenny's artwork in, is the...
Cambria County Fair.
Yep,
now the American Legion County Fair.
We went last year. It was a blast. We got to see farm critters. We got to see, there was some rides there and some food. Good fries.
Love fair food.
Didn't make me sick, so that's a plus. And we even got to see a rally car show.
It's called the Demo Derby.
Which was the first time I've ever seen it.
Nick's a city boy, so he really got the feel for the country living.
That's what made me listen to country music.
Yeah.
What's the demo? I was like, this kind of dope. Pour me a drink. Anyway. So, what pieces of art are you submitting into this festival fair?
I don't think I'm able to announce because
that's right.
the judging won't take place when we post this.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. My bad.
But I will be entering some things. So you'll just have to wait and see.
You'll know which one's Jenny's, which one's not. The good ones are Jenny's. The ones are like, wow, that's really breathtaking. The ones are like, that's not so good. That's the other guy. That's my drawings. So I'm just really excited that we are entering into fall festival season.
Fall fest season.
And Squonkapalooza is a great way to kick it off.
A great way to start off.
Yeah, it might be a little hot, but we're getting there. I mean, we did go to the Flower Festival in Pittsburgh. Would you say it's more of a summer, spring thing?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's spring, but it's definitely a summer.
Yeah, when I think of fall, I think of, the vendor and the craft shows. I think of the fair and that sorts of things. Spooky things, like the cryptids, like the squonk.
Yeah, so I'm very excited for festival season. I'm going to watch sports while we do it, while we go to them. But I had a lot of fun going to them last year with you. And thankfully now that I do have a schedule where we don't have to rush anything and we can really take our time to enjoy the festivals. Maybe not get there a little too early this time. Yeah. But we definitely get time more to enjoy it. I remember to the one we went to last year in Evansburg, which was really fun. And I'm excited. This is a great way to kick this off.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's our episode today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please check out the Squonk. It's a really cool festival, Squonkapalooza.
Follow Squonkapalooza on Facebook,
Instagram.
And if you like other podcasts, Eerie Travels and Cryptids of the Corn.
And Factor on YouTube and Instagram. They have an Instagram too. But again, thank you guys for tuning in. That was our experience for Squonkapalooza. Hopefully it continues for many years, and we highly can't wait to keep going to it every year if there's no tubing or anything going along that time.
Yeah.
And it was fun. And we hope you guys...
Speaking of tubing, there's also Tubapalooza coming up.
Tubapalooza?
Tubapalooza.
What is that and where, when?
So it's the coal tubing people, and I guess there's like music, like as you go down the river. So
Oh, that's really cool. We should try that out.
yeah, as long as I'm not in another state.
You're the busy one. I don't go nowhere.
But that's our episode.
That is our episode. And our next episode, where it's just me and her, depending on the situation, might be in our brand new house.
Hoping so.
Fingers crossed.
Although I will miss the brick. I love the brick.
We'll add our own little touch.
Fake brick.
Fake brick, green screen brick coming soon.
Green screen. Thank you guys.
That's our episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. We love you guys. Comment if you had your own experience. If you went to Squonkapalooza, let us know what you think of some of the favorite festivals and events that you go to during around this time. And is your boyfriend sad or depressed when you make them come instead of watching football?
If anyone wants to go to these festivals with me in place of Nicholas, let me know.
That's acceptable. I accept that. That's fine. Just take pictures for me.
Squonk!
Squonk!